Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Mr.Squarrel, and we're playing a little bit more Honkai Star Rail. So I wanted to do a quick follow-up video to my first impressions on Phainon. I'm a little bit more impressed with him, but I'm not sold on him at all. I actually have a lot of concerns with this character in terms of just kind of viability and what's the right word? Future-proofness of his design. Because there's a lot of cracks that I think can become significant problems for him if you're thinking about the end game modes. I'm going to quickly run through my current build. I'm going to go through the team that I'm running him on. And then I'm going to do some different game modes. I was trying some stuff out to see, that way I'm not going to get kind of shocked like I did the first time. I did get his light count, and it is maxed out. So he now has the burn of the dawn, thus burns the dawn. So he's got increased space speed. His attack is a little low. It's 2365. His speed is pretty high, which is at 144. Crit rate 78.7, crit damage is 186.2. This is because I always run him with Sunday, so his crit rate is actually sitting at 98.7. So that's why I'm fine with that being kind of low. I have most of his stuff maxed out. The only one that I haven't, his ultimate's kind of like whatever. I would like to get this one up to 10. But I did max his basic and his skill. So that way in alt, he's working. Relics, I did make some changes. This one I do want to change up. This one isn't the best. My attack and my relics is what's causing the issues that I think I can make it a little bit better. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of attacks spread out. These boots are really good. I am using the arena because I do need that crit rate. And I have some decent high crit rate stats, just also because I'm running a crit damage body. So other than that, you can kind of see my stats that I'm running through. I do want to highlight one quick thing in the team that I am running right now. We'll skip to them right here. I'm just going to enable this so I can kind of rock it. So the way this team operates is Phainon is the fastest person on this team, so he goes first. Then goes Sunday, who has 138 speed. Then he gets to Phainon to go again. So now Phainon's already had 2 skills because I also have Sunday's light cone. He then gives that skill point back. So then we're fine on skill points. Hua then goes, gives him the heal. And then finally Branya goes and gives him the damage boost. Then I go into alt. And bada bing, bada boom. So my team is running pretty well in this regard. This is, I think, right now currently his best team. And he still struggles in some content. And I think a lot of this comes down to the way the turn meter is impacting his what goes on. One thing that I do kind of want to run through is I'm going to do a quick follow-up on the MLC, and then I'm going to do a quick follow-up on the that's the right word I'm looking for, Pure Fiction. And in Pure Fiction, he is better. So I'm actually going to start with Pure Fiction right now, because I think Pure Fiction is where, traditionally he might have struggled previously. Let me go back here. We're going to go to Pure Fiction, and this is where I think actually his light cone actually comes in handy here because it gives him that base speed, so he's moving a little bit faster. I'm going to switch this up. We're going to go down here, the preset log. Great. And then what was the thing that I wanted? The one Rezona is consumed, recovers one skill point. After allies use ultimate to attack, it's 5 grit for the allies. We can do this. I'm just gonna kind of curious. We'll try that. And let's go. Let's just kind of show him in Pure Fiction. I did decently the last time I tried this, so we're gonna try this again. And then he is a lot better than he was the first time around.
Yeah.
And we'll go into his. Okay, there we go. We got alt. I'm just gonna put this on him. Great. Because that way I can get more the energy build up. Alright. So he goes again. We're good. And then Hua puts her thing down. I'm gonna save this for, actually, we're gonna do this now, so that way I can trigger Brania's before she triggers her skill, so I can get the energy from her skill. And then we go here, we trigger alt, and we go, so we'll do the bounce. And let's see that, all right, I think that took out everyone. Great, everyone is gone. Now, what's one nice thing about with him in Pure Fiction is you always press the enhance. He's always, but it just takes a while. This is my one gripe with him. It's like, all right, I just wait again. So when I'm playing Pure Fiction, my goal is always to get, I like to 30, right? We're shooting for 30 on each side. If I can get ballpark between 28 and 30 on a one side, I'm pretty happy with that. So if he doesn't make it at 28, I'm going to be a little disappointed. Maybe I'm disappointed in myself. But we'll see. My issue comes into him being a hyper carry is where I have some issues. Hyper carries, let's be real, do not scale well. My also thing is, though, he is a stat monster. Like, there is an issue at hand here in the sense that, like, he really, and I mean like really, is so heavily dependent. If you don't have good gear on him, he is gonna suck. If you have good gear on him, he is not gonna suck. Well, hey, what do you know? Now, what's gonna be nice about this is now we got this trigger for one turn, which I think means that this is working right now. So we'll go here. So he's got that 60% damage bonus on top of all these things going on right now. Okay. And now it's my turn. I mean, his stuff looks really cool, but you're also only ever seeing it. So, I don't know. It's a little boring after a while. I mean, yeah, it looks cool. It looks super cool, but I see it like 20 times now. Man, this would be a hot. I mean, people are not gonna like this statement, but he feels very much like a cat. Like, he is a casual character. He feels like Firefly. I think that's the best way to describe it. Which is, I mean, they came out right around the same time, but he feels like Firefly felt in 2.0. Okay, we do this. Okay, we'll do this. Want that skill point back. And then we'll go here, and then we trigger the ult. Oh, darn it. Could have given that crit damage to him. Yeah. He's just, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I'll be real with you. Like, I kind of don't really enjoy this playstyle. And maybe that's just a me thing, but it's like, it feels very flashy, but it doesn't feel meta in any way, shape, or form. And if you're not playing for meta, I mean, you do you, boo-boo. That's you. Go have fun. Play the game the way you want to play it. I'm not trying to knock anyone, but I am also someone that does not like to spend, like, I get bored just sitting here. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Now let's do the same really amazing animation for the 75th time. And it's just like, you know, when you're playing multiple characters, you get to see different things, and it, like, breaks up the monotony a little bit. And I mean, it's cool, but it's just, it always just feels kind of like, all right, let's get him back out as fast as possible. Get his ult back out as fast as possible. And again, that is a play style, and many people might like that play style, and that's, you know, good on you. But this is also taking it sweet. Bleep in time. Like, all right, can we move on? Please? Like, I'm getting bored. Like, it was cool the first couple times. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like, oh, this is so cool. And now I'm just kind of like, okay. We've seen the, you know, the S tier animations. ready to move on to the next fight? Okay, so it was 27,640. It's okay. We are going to end the challenge. I am actually going to show him. So 27,000 is not bad. It's not great. I mean, on other teams, I can get hit that easily on 40 or 35, whatever. Like, but he's not really meant for pure fiction. So now the other one we can go to, and I'm gonna pause. We'll come back at him. Okay, I just want to highlight something really quickly while I'm in this video. There is something to be said about really cool animations, but there's also something to be said about like differentiating animations. So the dragon is, of course, amazingly cool. I actually think the dragon is a little bit cooler, but that's besides the point. And then, look, I'm going to go into a different animation. Oh my God, it's so different. And then I'm going to go into, oh, hey, a new different animation. Oh, wait, and then I'm going to heal, and there's new different animation. Not new, but I mean, like, a different animation. Oh, and a different animation. And for me, that is just, oh, and then look, I'm going at a new, oh, and like, there is something to be said. So now we go back, and then I do this, and then I do this, and it's like a more engaging play style where I'm like managing alts and I'm going into different things, and it's just like, oh my God, keep track of this, keep track of that. It's like, oh yeah. Now granted, is this team also super crazy meta? Very much so. And again, I'm not doom posting Phainon, but I don't think, I'm just kind of trying to defend my point. That's what I'm doing here. But you're seeing, like, look at the different ways I can play here. Okay, so then I go back, get this alt back. Oh my God, yeah, it's so much more enjoyable and engaging, as opposed to just kind of sitting there waiting and waiting. I don't know, like, but I'm going to show a different team later. Ooh, we got a heal. All right, so I'm using this as an example. Okay, and then we'll go here, we do this, and then we go here. I'm showing you, like, I get to manage different things. Again, maybe people don't want that. Maybe people don't want to do that, and that's fine. But that's, you know, just a reference. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you when we get to the next one where there's physical weakness, even though he doesn't technically need physical weakness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. So I'm going to show you right now, remaining cycles 28. That means I got through in 2 cycles. Now, I know not everyone cares about things like that, and that's fine, but I am someone that, I like to go through things a little bit faster, and I look for like 3 to 4 cycles. If he cannot clear this in 3 to 4 cycles, I am not impressed. So I'm also going to do this right now. You might be wondering why. It's because I want the energy. Because they're going to try to hit Sunday, and if they do AoEs or anything, I want to get that energy back. See, like that. You see, I'm getting that. Now, I'm not going to burn Bronya's ult just yet, because I want to save that. So then we go back here, we go him, we're good. Great. Okay, so now we're gonna do heal, target him. Okay, now what we do is we're gonna cast this, and then I'm gonna cast hers, I'm gonna cast Flufflaws, so that way I can maximize when he comes out of his ult, because he will go out of his ult. We're not gonna kill him in one. That gives the attack boost. And then now we go into his ult. We are now, okay, we got 6, so we're good to go here. Okay, great. So now how many enemies are there? There are 4. So we're gonna go straight into this. I got 6 stacks of enemies. I can go back into my pound skill. I will admit, is it cool? It's hella cool being here. But again, it's not different. It's the same things over and over again. You will get tired of seeing, it might be the coolest animation in the world, but maybe you won't. But I get tired of seeing the same animation over and over and over again. It could be the coolest animation in the world. I'm seeing it for like the 40th time in a row though. That's better. Okay. What are we at right now? Am I not making? I'm not making it, dude. See, this is another wonky thing. See, like wonky team, a wonky amount of enemies turns this into wonkiness now that I'm only going to get 2 blasts. And then he goes, so I'm not even going to get to do the bounce. I might just burn the bounce right now, even though it's not going to be that great. It wasn't even that great. Whatever. Okay. Then we'll go here. Get that. You got to think about your skill points too. You got to have a good skill point management. You got to have good ways to generate skill points. Okay. Again, remember, so we were 28. We're 2 down now. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, now we go Alt. We're going to do that. Okay, and I'm trying to go as fast as I can through this. We're going to attack. Okay, we'll do this. And then we're going to go here. We're going to go back into Alt. Last time when I first did this on the first build, just so I can contextualize this, I was at 20. I barely made the pass rate of 3 stars. Okay. Okay. Now my turn. Okay, we're into the next round. We're hitting almost 25. I've got 2 more, and then I can. Okay, so great. Ooh, actually, no, hold on. Either way, it doesn't matter. We'll do this. Okay, well, I did reduce that. Oh, okay, good. So it doesn't matter now in this situation because I'll have 5 at minimum. Perfect. So I can bounce. Okay, great. And I get the bounce with the bonus. Okay, great. I mean, that is a lot of damage. I'm not going to sit there and say it's not. That is a lot of damage. And it's amazing that he's not, like, his team is not taking damage. Can he go sustainless? Yeah, he can go sustainless. But I don't like, I mean, you are going to get out of that mode eventually, right? Like, that is something to take note of. Like, moon range has ended. Great. So in the end, this took about 4 cycles. Okay, we're going to do this. So I'm not going to have to go back into Alt again. Well, you know what? I could go here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this kind of cheekily. We're going to go here. And then I'm going to we're going to end it with the Alt. Or whatever it is. So that was 4 cycles. Well, 3 cycles technically. So is he bad? No, he's good. He's a good character. What my fear of this character is, though, and I'm gonna come back here. And I'm gonna go right here, and I want to show a character that I'm gonna equate him to. There's 2 characters that I want to equate. The first is show Saline, Hypercarb. She fell off fast. What I mean by fell off fast, well, the second you couldn't one-shot someone with her skills, she became a problem, right? That is something to take note of. He is very similar in the sense that he's not like that, but when the enemies start getting stronger and his ult is not killing people like it should be, you are going to run into issues with this character. And mine is well built. Is he the best? No. But is he decently built? Yeah. Granted, I don't have his Eidolons, and I know E2 makes a big difference, but like, I shouldn't have to go to E2 to make him sustainable. Like, you know who's great at E0S1? Like, absolutely, 2 broken characters, E0S1. She's E0S1, phenomenal. Her E2, she's still amazing. I know she's technically tier 1, but I'll get, yeah, Akarat. And then, you know who else is amazing? Look right here. let me, what light am I running on here? Yeah, look, E0S1, amazing. E0S1, well, that's because you got a buff, but that's the point. Look, this is the character number E0S1. Is she new? Yeah. You know who else is not as new, but it's still, I think, still very, very good? Right here, Phainon. She's amazing. But I want to highlight a point. Why is Phainon good? It is not because she is isolated by herself. You know why Phainon can still do stuff? Where is her? A, here's exhibit A. Oop, I skipped it. Let me show you something else. And then, because you know who you always pair Phainon up with? Topaz and Numby. There's a point here that I'm trying to make here. Hyper carries have a problem. Is that, and especially for Phainon. Phainon is literally by himself. He's by himself. He's on the field by himself. That means that the second things start going wrong, the second he can't do it by himself, he is dead in the water. He is going to fall hard and he's going to fall fast the second it starts getting a little bit more challenging. Just being honest and being, if you want to heavily invest in him, I will be honest with you. Like right now, if you invest, he's someone that the more you invest in him, the more he's going to give back to you. My Acheron, she is still to me tier 0. If I see a lightning weak enemy and that, why she's tier 0, I'm going to show you. Because I vertically invested in her. She only needs one Nihility character. I literally run her with Sparkle, and she's just literally I'm curb stomping people with this team still. It's still, to me, one of the best teams. Like, this is my team that I'm still running. Now, I'm saying all of this with a caveat. I don't, like, this team is still phenomenal. This team demolishes content. I actually need to move at, I just realized something. The way this is set up is so... Switch. Yeah, because I want them next to each other. Why did I do that for so long? Because she doesn't need energy. Okay, whatever. Sorry. But like, if you look at this team, these are older characters now. And these are characters about over a year old now. And I mean, besides him, but they're E0, E2, E0, E2. I do have out of entry, and that was a phenomenal investment, by the way. Because for her, he's giving so many debuffs. And then E0, E2. So this team is also very stacked, right? But it's good, right? I'm going to look at another team right here. So E0S1, E0S1, E1, E2, right? But the thing is, I've also been, when I looked at my lineup and all that stuff over the years, the Adventurine's investment in Adventurine has been one of the best investments ever. But like, I'm always cautious to do over heavily emphasize because who I regret the most, and this is after this character, I don't think I've ever E2'd a character because of the lack of return on investment that I got in the character. I was like, it's right here. I actually have heavily regretted investing as much as I did in her. I invested so much into her, and it's like, what happens when you can't break them? You're screwed. Right? Like, oh, you can't break the enemy. She literally becomes useless. And it doesn't matter that I have her at E2. She becomes useless. Like, my thought process was like, oh, she's going to be great because, like, she can implant fire weakness. And you know who else can implant weakness? I'll show you someone who else can implement. Oop, I skipped. I'll go back and just do this. You know who else puts weakness in? They have a funny way. They don't like these characters, and it's for good reason. You make a character that can implant weakness too strong, you know what's going to end up happening? You trivialize the game. And so how do you trivialize? So what are they making you do? Oh, you want him to trivialize the game? Well, go to E6 then. You know who else still trivializes the game to this day if you have her at E6? You know why she trivializes the game at E6? Because she doesn't have weakness. I don't care what anyone says. She still will trivialize the game because you just run her with Zhao and then whoever else, the nice support, you're good to go. Right? Run her with Bronya. Run her with... maybe I do want to run her with Bronya. No, because it's all how I play her. I like her with Sparkle. Sparkle's better for her because of the duration of the buff. Sorry, my brain. But again, I'm going to come back to this point. You don't want to invest a lot in DPS. They get power crept. DPS gets power crept. You know who does not get power crept? You want to know who does not get power crept? Sundays. Hua is still very good. She's older. Like, look who I'm still using. Bronya, like Hyacinth, Robin, Topaz and Numby, like Ron May. Who are the characters you're investing in, and who are the characters you're forgetting? Tribby's gonna be good forever. So I like Sparkle. Sparkle's a great character. I'm waiting for Archer, who's going to be a quantum character, right? And I even have my team set up ready to go for him. But look what I'm going to set up on that team. Look at those characters. They're older characters. Silverwood's just got a buff. But my point is DPS comes and goes. Be very careful. And what I'm trying to say is these games are going to try to take money from you. You need to be cautious. Phainon, as I've heard it best called, he is whale bait. And I 100% agree with that. The 3.4 characters, 2.4 characters, they're always going to, these 0.4, it seems like they are very niche, very cool characters. But you need to be very cautious with how you are spending your resources, with how you're spending your in-game currency. I will be very honest with you. There is a reason I did go for him. And it is not because I think he's super cool. Is he cool? Yeah. Does that pose look amazing? Yeah. There is a very specific reason. I didn't really have a physical DPS at all. To this day, I still don't really have. I mean, I have him now, but I didn't have a physical DPS. I don't have a lot. They, for some reason, do not. The only physical DPS character, I'm gonna just show my lineup. Where is she? And it's because I didn't get her too long ago. So mind you, where is she? Oh no, she's at the bottom. And it is right here. But even then, look, I don't even have her E1, and you really need her E1. She's like not the greatest. She's slow. She's a very slow character. And so I say all of this to just be cautious with with what you're gonna, invest in. Look at the Inhibitor Luna. Does anybody even use him anymore? I mean, if you have him vertically invested, sure. But my point still stands here. Like, I come back to this too, is these free characters are actually very good too. And I hope Archer's very good. But the thing is, I also have a very good, quantum character. But the thing is I don't know if I really want to invest more into, I don't want to spend. I'm not trying to go to E2 here for fight. I'll be honest with you. To me, he's cool. He's a cool character, but it also gets boring doing the same thing over and over again. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes kind of like my second, where I'm at with Phainon. I'm done working on him. I think I'm working on other characters now that I want to go reinvest in. I'm going to be very honest with you. The team that I am loving the Jing Liu buff and the Blade buff. Blade is probably one of my favorite characters. I'm very sad I actually have not missed decided to him yet. I should not say that under the mic. He will be E6 in no time then, by that logic. But this team, I have my team. I have a way I'm building it. I'm going to try different ways out. But I have been absolutely having a blast with the Blade and Jing Liu buffs. They have been they are cool to me. And again, is Phainon bad? No. I just have been finding myself very bored with him. I will say, do you know where I think he is actually meant to be played? And I will show you exactly what he is meant. He is meant to be cool. He is meant for the casual player. And if you heavily invest in him, then yes, he can be very good. He is meant for the Divergent universe. He is a Divergent universe. When you go into Divergent universe, you know what he's going to be phenomenal for doing? I'll show you. The cyclical extrapolation. He is going to demolish it. He's horrible for this. He takes 10 years. I tried him already at X7. I was like, I legitimately was just on my phone playing, and I passed out because I got bored. And that's not because he can kill the trash mobs, right? But then you get to the boss and you're just like, but in cyclical extrapolation, which is he can fly through it. He is meant for this. This is where he is going to blow up.
What?
In the harder game modes, though, it's kind of like the Phainon effect. Phainon was great until you got to the very hard, like the tippy top of the end game when someone can one-shot her. Just saying, we might have a similar situation. Well, that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I know that maybe not be what everyone wants to hear. Your new DPS is not exactly where you want him to be. Is he good? Yeah, he's good. I don't agree with his placement on Pride tier list, though. I do not think he's tier 0 anywhere. And this is someone that has him decently built. His attack is low. Could it be better? Yes. And the last note I'm going to make with this video is going a little long. The last note I'm going to make with this is that I switched his light count. I used to have the right here, the Fall Vans, and it was good. But there was a dramatic shift once I got his light count. And I actually think when people say, oh, it's a 20% difference, you will feel it much more than you will feel any other character. Every stat change you will have for him, you will feel it. I actually think like tenfold because he's by himself on the field. And so everything is massively blown up on this character. He is a stat monster. You want a good fight. You want Phainon to be blown around and like doing all this amazing stuff. Then you need to invest in him to a crazy extent. And so I actually might, if I'm get other characters where I want them to be, I will probably try to go back and fix out some of his gear. But that's going to cost. That's going to rely. I have to get like a crit rate piece here. So like this has to roll properly into crit and attack. Like it's got to roll the way I want it to roll. This one's got to go, I got to find an attack piece for this one. I would go like, I'd slow him down. I might keep this one just the way it is. I like this one. And then I have to go for this set. I was so sad when this dropped, by the way. If that was physical, oh my God, would that have been amazing? But my point is there's just so, let's see, where does it, oop, that's not what I meant to do. Oh God, where'd it go? There. Is like, let's see what this gets. I'm actually just kind of, oh. Crit, no, not even crit damage. Not even speed, nothing. All right, well, it is what it is. But the thing is I have many other characters that I want to build right now, and he's in a spot where he's okay, and I'm moving on to another different character. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm kind of done with him at this point. And by done with him, I mean like he's good. I'm gonna kind of let him just sit and do his thing. When I need a physical character, I will bring him out. When I want to do my weekly Divergent Universe, I will bring him in. But other than that, I don't see myself using him a lot. I'm kind of bored by this character. And that's just my hot take. And that's also my opinion. And you are free to disagree with my opinion. I welcome. You don't like my opinion? Dislike the video. That's fine. I'm not going to, it makes me a little sad. But you know what? At the same time, it is what it is. And so I also want to just inform people before they get a character. This is what investment I had. I have in my Sunday, the people surrounding my Phainon are good. Like this team is like so tuned for him. It just feels okay. Meanwhile, my other teams are not that tuned like that. Like I put 4,000 plus energy into him to get him to where he's at. And it's just like, he's cool. That's it. That's my hot take. All right, guys. Have a good one. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you want. Do what you got to do. Have a great day.